The greatest heists and robberies in history, how they were done. Imagine walking into the heart of a city, pulling off the perfect crime and disappearing without a trace. In this video, we'll uncover the most audacious heists in history, from stolen art to stolen cash. The year is 1963. The location, Buckinghamshire, England. A Royal Mail train making its routine journey is suddenly brought to a halt. A gang of 15 robbers, their faces concealed by masks, had meticulously planned and executed the seemingly impossible. Their target, millions of pounds being transported between cities. The robbers, led by Bruce Reynolds, tampered with railway signals, creating a false red light that forced the train to stop. With the train at their mercy, they overpowered the crew, their movements swift, their actions calculated. The loot, over £2.6 million, equivalent to £50 million today. The scale of the theft sent shockwaves through British society. Newspapers ran sensational headlines, the public imagination ran wild with speculation. The investigation that ensued was massive, a nationwide manhunt for the perpetrators. Although most of the gang were caught and brought to justice, the legend of the Great Train Robbery lived on. It became a symbol of daring and ingenuity, a testament to meticulous planning and sheer audacity. Boston, 1990, a city bustling with life and culture, yet on the verge of an unprecedented event. The hallowed halls of the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, a sanctuary for art lovers and historians alike, home to priceless works of art, each piece telling a story of its own, would become the stage for one of the most baffling art heists in history, an event that would leave the art world in shock and disbelief. Two men, disguised as police officers, gained entry into the museum under the pretense of a routine security check. Their plan was meticulous, their actions calculated. The thieves, their faces hidden from the museum's security cameras, spent over an hour carefully selecting their targets. They moved with precision, knowing exactly what they wanted. Among the stolen treasures were masterpieces by Vermeer, Rembrandt, Degas, and Manet. Each piece a priceless gem in the world of art. 13 works of art, their value estimated at $500 million, vanished into thin air. The audacity of the heist left everyone stunned. The investigation that followed was extensive, involving the FBI and art experts from around the world. Every lead was pursued, every clue examined. Despite numerous leads and theories, the case remains unsolved to this day. The mystery deepens with each passing year. The empty frames still hanging on the museum walls serve as a haunting reminder of the brazen heist. They are a silent testament to what was lost. The stolen masterpieces have never resurfaced, their whereabouts a mystery that continues to captivate the art world. The intrigue surrounding their fate grows with time. Was it the work of a sophisticated art theft ring, or were there other motives at play? Theories abound, but ever-present undercurrent of organized crime. The Lufthansa cargo terminal at JFK Airport, a hub of international commerce, became the target of what would become one of the most infamous heists in American history. This terminal, a gateway for goods from around the world, was about to become the scene of a daring and meticulously planned robbery. The mastermind behind this audacious plan was Jimmy Burke, an associate of the Lucchese crime family. Known for his cunning and ruthlessness, Burke orchestrated the heist with military precision, enlisting a crew of seasoned criminals who were no strangers to high-stakes theft. The gang, composed of seasoned criminals and associates, targeted a shipment of cash being transported by Lufthansa Airlines. They spent months planning every detail, ensuring that nothing was left to chance. They knew the cargo schedule, the security protocols, and even the layout of the terminal. Their meticulous planning included studying the movements of airport staff and security, identifying the perfect moment to strike. Their inside man, Louis Werner, provided crucial information exploiting a vulnerability in the airport's security. Werner, a trusted employee, was the linchpin in their plan, feeding them details that only an insider could know. On a cold December night, the gang stormed the Lufthansa cargo terminal, their faces concealed by ski masks, their movements swift and calculated. The night was silent, save for the sound of their footsteps and the occasional whisper of commands. They overpowered the security guards, their actions ruthless, their determination fueled by the promise of a massive payday. The guards, caught off guard and outnumbered, had no chance against the well-prepared criminals. They made off with over $5 million in cash and another $1 million in jewels, a staggering sum at the time. The loot, carefully packed into bags, represented one of the largest cash thefts in American history. The Lufthansa heist became a sensation, its audacity capturing the public imagination. Newspapers splashed the story across their front pages, and the public was both horrified and fascinated by the sheer boldness of the crime. The heist would later be immortalized in the Martin Scorsese film Goodfellas, further cementing its place in criminal law. The movie brought the story to a new generation, highlighting the glamour and the grim reality of life in the mob. The Lufthansa heist, initially a symbol of audacious success, became a cautionary tale of greed, betrayal, and the brutal realities of the criminal underworld. The aftermath saw many of the participants turning on each other, driven by paranoia and the desire to keep their share of the loot. In the end, the heist that promised a gangster's paradise instead delivered a harsh lesson in the fleeting nature of criminal success. The story of the Lufthansa heist remains a powerful reminder of the high stakes and even higher costs of a life of crime. From the cobbled streets of London to the glittering diamond district of Antwerp, these daring heists offer a glimpse into the minds of criminals who dared to challenge the impossible. Though many of these heists remain unsolved, their audacity and creativity continue to captivate the world. Which heist do you think is the most incredible? Let us know in the comments below.